In Payday, shotguns are probably one of the most versatile weapon classes. That being said, a build that keeps coming to mind for me is shotgun snipers. From my experience, shotguns usually shoot faster and hold more rounds than sniper rifles. And unlike sniper builds, you don't really need to completely respec your character in order to deal with trash cops. All you really need to do is switch to a shotgun that doesn't use slugs. I mean, yeah, you could always carry an SMG as a secondary on a sniper build, but if you fire that in full auto mode, it's not going to be as effective as it would be in single shot mode, because you're built for single shot weapons. But with shotgun sniper builds, you're building for shotguns altogether, so why not bring another shotgun that doesn't have slugs in it to deal with those trash cops? So let's get right to it. In Mastermind, under Sharpshooter, you want to have Stable Shot aced. I prefer having this skill aced, but you can always go and save a point if you have this skill basic and Rifleman basic. High value target aced for that one shot potential that some shotguns lack at long range. In Enforcer, under Shotgunner, you want to get Underdog basic, Shotgun CQB aced for the extra reload speed, Shotgun Impact basic. I didn't get aced because we've already reached a breakpoint here. With this basic, you can already one-shot most cops on Deathwish using a pump shotgun, like a Reinfeld or Locomotive for example. To be honest, you can probably go without this skill entirely, but I like that extra stability. Far Away aced because it's a shotgun sniper build. It's made for that. Overkill basic because that's what helps us reach that one-shot headshot potential. Under Tank, we want Resilience basic, Die Hard aced so your vests provide more of that sweet-ass armor. Bullseye aced because with this build, you're generally going to be going for headshots anyway, so why not? Iron Man basic because, for one, we can't afford Iron Man aced, and two, it provides a nice compromise between mobility and armor. Under Ammo Specialist, Scavenger basic, Bulletstorm aced so you can go ham after picking up some ammo from an ammo bag. Extra Lead aced, Fully Loaded basic because we're going to be using slugs and HE rounds most of the time, it's kind of needed here. In Technician under Breacher, I got Hardware Expert basic just because I had an extra point left over. It's not needed for this build, so you can spend your points somewhere else if you want to. Under Oppressor, I got Steady Grip basic because we need that extra accuracy. In Ghost under Artful Dodger, I got Duck and Cover basic and Parkour basic because I wanted more mobility. Under Silent Killer, I got Second Wind basic, the Professional basic because Oppressor already gives us enough accuracy, and Specialized Killing aced for that damage breakpoint. In Fugitive under Brawler, I got Martial Arts basic, Pumping Iron ace so you can punch the crap out of any cops that get too close. Berserker aced because Silent Killer doesn't provide enough damage for that breakpoint. And Frenzy aced so Berserker provides at least 40% damage boost all the time. I mention breakpoints a lot while talking about skills, and I'll also mention breakpoints while talking about weapons you might want to use. Breakpoints are just numbers you want to reach while making builds or weapons. So when I say accuracy breakpoint, that's the number that you kind of want to see in this menu before you go in game. Some skills won't show its effect on weapons in this menu. A few examples are Overkill and Berserker. If you have Stable Shot aced, the accuracy breakpoint you want to reach is 56. Just about any shotgun can do that. If you don't have Stable Shot aced, your accuracy breakpoint is now 72. Semi-automatic shotguns generally will not reach that breakpoint. The damage you want to see in menu is 120. That's for Deathwish difficulty. For one down, you definitely want to bring the big guns. You're shooting for 230 damage. Reminder that the damage that it shows in the menu is less than what you'd be doing in game. You'd at least be doing 40% more than that. I didn't mention Overkill because shotguns already reached those breakpoints anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. The only weapons I wouldn't recommend bringing on Overkill are the Goliath and Isma, because we did not build for magazine capacity. If you want to use the Stakeout, you'll have to use as many accuracy increasing mods as you can get. For Deathwish difficulty, I recommend the Raven, Seinfeld, Locomotive, and Judge. Personally, I prefer the Locomotive. You can use the GSPS or Breaker if you want, but they can't use sights and they don't have very good pickup. For one down, if you're feeling spicy, I strongly recommend you use the Judge. I chose the Judge assuming that you didn't ace Stable Shot. The GSPS just doesn't have the accuracy for it to be used as your main weapon. I mean, you can certainly use the breaker, it'll work, but it's not going to be as reliable as the judge simply because it can't support sights. I chose Anarchist for the main perk deck. It's a nice compromise between armor and mobility, and we're going to be getting that armor back with Bullseye Aced from getting headshots. A few other decent perk decks are Grinder and Ex-President. Basically, you're looking for perk decks that have a nice compromise between mobility and sustainability. How is it in-game? It's actually more like using low-tier sniper rifles than shotguns. Except for the fact that you're better at dealing with trash cops because you have a secondary that does area damage. You'll want to stick around a little bit of cover just in case things get hairy. But for the most part you can be mobile, just make sure to stand still while you're aiming. And I don't know, what does it for me is that going on like overkill difficulty, you're like a one-shot god. I mean, you are with just about any weapon, but using like a street sweeper and killing a sniper with it, you can't beat that. I'd say with the right weapons, this could be a pretty effective build on Death Wish. And I suppose if you can live long enough it'll get you through one down, but don't count on it. Overall, I think it's a nifty build and you should definitely try it.